So just like before, I have done one eye already. My hair is tied up in this kind of weird like clip situation. Let's just ignore that, and my colour is also fading, but we're going to pretend that's not happening. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about some products that I purchased. It was last week now, but I've been quite busy. And I'm going to recreate this eyeball as well. So to start off, let's just jump right into the Lick and Lash Beauty. So these are two palettes here that I've got. I've obviously only used one for this because I'm going to do a second video with some like colourful looks, which I'm very excited about. So for this eye look, I used the V2 palette, aka Wildfire, which looks like this guy. Quite similar to the Morphe 3502 palette. That's why I got it, because I was very excited just to have a little look. So obviously I've only played around with it just for this look. I've not used it at all for any other things. That's why it's a little bit messy. And then the second palette, which I'm not going to talk about today, but I am going to do a video on, is the Duchess palette, aka the 35E palette, which is, oh my god, it was made for me. This one here. They both retail for $15.99, which I think is really good value. I'm going to be talking a bit about it as I'm doing my eye. I've had a look on the website as well. There's not too much information about them as a company, but they're just really, the pictures is what made me buy it, because everything looks so pigmented. Obviously they're on Instagram, and they've got a link down for their website, and they are also cruelty free. Yay! Also, I had a little purchase in Superdrug, because I know everyone's been going on about this concealer, which I have not been able to get my hands on, but I did manage to get the C4. So it's actually like a similar colour to my foundation, so it's not really for highlighting. I can use it for blemishes and things like that, but I probably will still use it under my eye later on. It feels amazing. I've used it a couple times just when I don't want to wear any makeup, and it does the job. But yeah, I just really want the C1 or 2, but they're always out of stock, I think, because YouTubers have been reviewing it, so they're just, you cannot buy them, which is great. Then I've also got the MUA Makeup Academy, so Makeup Artist Makeup Academy, and I've got two highlighters. It's probably kind of hard to see them in this light. One is Iridescent Gold, and then this one is Radiant Cashmere. So I've actually used this on my inner corner, and then this one's a gorgeous highlight, and I really like the, oh, why can't you see? The kind of style. See, there we go. So see how it's like whipped, almost like a little whipped cream kind of situation. Typical bronzer, I'm just going to use that, same company, and I think that's it. So let's get started. I don't know if you can see, it is a cut crease situation that I've got going on here. I decided to do my eye first just to speed things up a bit, and of course the gold can be a pain in the arse trying to wait for it to dry, but now we are good to go. And I've done my brows. Obviously I used Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade for that, but I'm just going to go in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Enigma. Cool, so it almost goes like a little bit tacky, and then I'm just going to set that very lightly with the first shade in the Heat palette. So now I did find with these colours that they are not the most pigmented straight away, and they're not very buttery to work with straight away, but you can get a really nice colour payoff like I've got here. You just need to be a bit patient. So I'm actually going to dip into the first shade. They don't have shade names as far as I'm aware. So this colour here, I'm using a 200 Eyes brush from Kiko. Probably should mention as well, there is a tiny bit of kickback. You might be able to see, or not at all on the screen, but there is a little bit of kickback, but that's fine. I kind of expect that anyway. And now the second colour I'm going to go in with is this guy here. I'm going to use a Zoeva Luxe Crease brush. This one's a very pigmented, very orange. You'll notice the difference. Okay, and then next I'm going in with this colour. So it's a little bit difficult to see on this lighting, but it is quite a lot darker. It's more of like a deep chocolatey orange. So then what I did, I went for a slightly darker colour and I went between these two here. You can also go back in with your previous brushes just to kind of blend it out even more. See, there's quite a bit of fallout as well on my face. Now it's the time to cut the crease. So I'm going back in with that primer potion and I'm just decantering some onto my hand. And then I'm using a Naked 3 double-ended brush. So for this I want it to be very rounded as well, so I'm really rounding it off. I was kind of thinking of like orange segments, like I did this before, Mist Orange, and I quite like this look. Okay, so you do have to be patient with that, I'm not gonna lie, but anyway, now that's done, I'm gonna spray my brush with All Nighter Setting Spray. And we're dipping in back to that palette, and there's a nice gold shade, this guy here. And it's not the most pigmented, but it becomes really creamy, like very buttery. So it's like you're putting a cream eyeshadow on. Now the heavy metal glitter, actually, when I did this eye, I did the glitter first and then the liner, and I found it quite difficult. So let's do liner and then glitter. That makes more sense, because that was stupid of me. I'm also really upset because I think I might have just finished my NYX matte black liner. I literally find it really hard to live without it, so I can't find anything. I'm going to have to use my Rimmel Glam Eyes. So I'm going to use this guy for my wing. Okay, we got there, and now for the gold. I'm not the hugest fan of this liquid liner, but it's all I have, and I just don't like it. Okay, so while she's drying, I'm going to go back in with this colour here, and we're going to do the lower lash line, and I'm using a Naked double-ended brush. My Alice in Wonderland Decay limited edition brush, which is double-ended. I'm going to go in to this colour here and start to smoke very gently on the lower lash line. Okay, and then I use the Faux Blacks eyeliner in the shade Oxblood from NYX, and that's going in my waterline. I'm still paranoid that this isn't completely dry. I'm going to do my mascara and lashes off camera so everything's a bit quicker. I just feel like I should say, oh, I have just picked my face just because I was waiting for everything to dry. But I noticed I actually had some of the orange shadow on my forehead. So that's a lot of kickback, I would say. Like, what? It's, you probably can't even see this, but it's like in my roots. It's just so strange. I don't know. But anyway, let's carry on. So with the Makeup Academy Radiant Cashmere Highlight, I just dipped into some of that. So I gently spritz my brush with some setting spray and then dipping into that. See how cute it is? And then that went on my inner corner. Anyway, let's just get on with foundation. Oh my god. So I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation SPF 15, and I'm going to quickly speed through that because I've had this for ages. Shade Light Neutral. I must admit my eyes are actually looking quite big. I mean, I have big eyes anyway, but they're especially looking big. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's these lashes or the orange, who knows. Right, now for the exciting bit. Da, 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 da. Now, Revolution Conceal and Define. This is the shade C4. It's probably, I can get away with it, but it's not as light as I would like to go. Obviously the applicator is amazing. Everyone's been saying it's better than the Tarte Shape Tape. And I've just realised I've used a Tarte Amazonian Clay, so hopefully these will glide even better. Feels amazing, it really does. And the thing that I find with this concealer as well, it's almost as if you don't even have to set your concealer. It's hard to explain. It kind of like dries into this dewy matte. It's not matte completely, but it's not oily. It just feels really comfortable. It's just so pretty. I understand what the fuss is about. Now I am going to use some of this bronzer. It may not be dark enough for me. It's quite a cool tone, so I see it's not very orangey, so that's why I'm trying to use this, but I do like to be a little bit orange. That's just a habit, so let's just see what it looks like. It's actually really pretty, but then I don't know, because this is the usual bronzing brush that I use. It's really old, but it's just what I've always used. I don't know if it's got some of my old Urban Decay bronzer on there, and I don't know if they're mixing in, but looking at it, it is it blends beautifully. And I know it sounds weird, but like it does have a little bit of a smell. Like, it's not bad. It's not a bad smell. It doesn't smell chemical. It's just a little bit on the temple. See that side and this side. Yeah. So I believe this bronzer was £4 and it's huge. It's like twice the size, or at least half the size bigger than my original one. And the highlighters that I'm going to be getting onto in a minute, they are £3. And then, as you know, the concealer, £4. £4. So, you know, even if it is just a trend that everyone's like, oh my god, you need to buy this, £4. It is beautiful. So I can understand why they're sold out. Okay, and then with my Morphe G30 brush, I'm just going to do the sides of my nose ever so slightly. I don't do a huge nose contour, I just like it a little bit darker. I'm going to use the Iridescent Gold highlighter now. So this is more of a creamy, what can you see there? So it's more of like a creamy white. And I'm going to use it dry first, but I can always wet afterwards to see if it does have a little bit more pigment. So I'm just using my Luxe highlighter brush from Zoeva. £3. That is stunning, like. Yes, okay, I've just made you darker so you can really see what I'm seeing now. Obviously I've had my camera settings too light, but this is just I mean, it looks stronger than that. It looks even stronger than this. And I've not even wet my brush. And that was £3. £3 for this guy. Can we... My mind is blown. I'm not even going to add anything else. Yeah, I'm going to keep it subtle, believe it or not, for the nose. Mate. Okay, so this side, just look at that. Okay, versus my non-highlight. See me apply. Like, are you seeing this? What the fuck? Jesus. Okay. My chin. Okay, I'm gonna stop now, but just so you can kind of see what I'm seeing right now. I'm just sorry, I need to get over myself, but £3. £3. So yeah, I've just made my camera a little bit darker now, just because I just feel like you need to. Oh, that's not even wet. Anyway, to finish, I'm going to use Kat Von D Double Dare and Manic Glide On lip pencil from Urban Decay. And setting spray. And we're done! So this is the final look, minus my hair clip. Ooh. Let's just sort my life out. Okay, so this is the final look. Hope you guys loved it. I literally can't get over that highlight. Please go and buy it. And Lick and Lash Beauty, I'm loving their colours. Overall, I would say it's definitely worth the money. $15.99 for a palette. You do have to work at it a little bit, but I mean, look at my eyes. They're pigmented. You can tell we're an orange eyeshadow. Really good products. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.